Hey, have you ever heard of vibe coding? No, it's not about programming your way into a good mood, though that would be pretty cool. Vibe coding is this emerging idea in tech where instead of just using logic and strict syntax, you actually code based on feeling, intuition, and creativity. Yeah, I know it sounds a bit out there, but stay with me, let's rewind. Classic coding is all rules, right? You've got your semicolons, your brackets, your if this, then that. It's like a recipe. You follow each step, and hopefully you get cake at the end. But vibe coding? Imagine you're making a cake, but you're throwing in ingredients based on what feels right in the moment. A little more vanilla here, a sprinkle of cinnamon there because, vibes. I know what you're thinking. Isn't that just winging it? Kind of, but there's more to it than that. In vibe coding, you still need to know your stuff. It's about reading the room, the project, the users, even your own mood. You get to ask, how should this app feel? What does this website want to say? You aren't just solving a problem, you're shaping an experience. Let me tell you about my first experience with vibe coding. I was working on this tiny music app for a friend and the code looked fine on paper, but it just didn't feel right. So I tossed the script, put on some headphones, and just started coding while listening to the playlist the app was meant to play. Suddenly, the colors, the transitions, the whole layout started clicking. It wasn't just functional, it had a vibe. My friend noticed it immediately. Here's the secret: vibe coding is about trust. Trusting your instincts, trusting the process, and sometimes trusting that weird idea that pops up at 2 a.m. It's what lets you bring a little bit of yourself into your work. So, how do you get started? First, know your basics. There's no way around that. But then, give yourself permission to play. Mess around with colors, animations, or even how the buttons bounce when you click them. If something feels off, don't force it. Step back, vibe out, and try again. The next time you sit down to code, ask yourself, what mood am I setting here? You might be surprised how much better your project turns out when you code with feeling. So go ahead, give vibe coding a shot. Let your instincts take the keyboard for a spin. Who knows? You might just catch a whole new vibe.